O'Connor trying to set something up again. Desormiers keeps moving away. Now comes in and lands a good left hand of his own.
Coming back by another stiff jab by Desormiers. Flush on the chin of O'Connor.
Oh, and there's a solid right by O'Connor in the corner.
Nice overhand right.
Now he's got him back up on the ropes and lands another right hand. A little more aggressive now, O'Connor, in the last few seconds.
A nice stiff left jab to the body of by O'Connor to Desormiers. Desormiers looks like he's feeling the results of some pounding by O'Connor. He's looking a little fatigued now as he sits in his corner.
He scored a few in the last minute of that second round, a few good shots that not just scored but stung Desormiers.
Some very telling blows, that's for sure. They're beginning to take their toll, as I can see by the look on Desormiers' face and how he was beginning to sag at the end of that round.
So we'll let them recuperate for what has been a very entertaining bout so far. We'll get ready for round number 3. So far, I think we'd have to give the edge to O'Connor on aggressiveness. Desormiers, though, if, as you mentioned, enjoys fighting off the ropes, he's playing his game plan perfectly because he's doing a nice job of it.
He sure is, and he was doing very well. He just got caught a couple of stiff shots at the end of that round, and I don't know how quickly paced he's going to come out for the beginning of this third and final round.
Well, he's been playing good defense, and O'Connor the more aggressive, and we'll see if the old adage of the best defense is a good offense comes through in this bout. As we're set for round 3. Desormiers coming out more aggressive, throws a couple of lefts, but doesn't land anything major with them. O'Connor trying to set up the jab. Desormiers a little less patient now, throwing hooks as he moves in.
Wild lead left hooks, a very dangerous punch to throw.
He must have felt after the second round that he was trailing, wants to come out and try and score something early.
I think he's getting a little desperate now, trying to perhaps stop O'Connor, but he's playing a dangerous game there, throwing wild shots like that. Oh, a nice stiff.
Good left jab there by O'Connor. Follows it up with a right that just misses. Desormiers fights his way out with one punch and then misses with a couple of wild hooks, a left and a right. There's a good left hand by O'Connor that sneaks inside. Desormiers has got to get busy here in the third round, I would say.
And he knows it. The way he's going, he's starting to push the attack now to O'Connor. And
once again, O'Connor backs him up into the corner. Can't get that left jab squarely on the chin, though, of Desormiers. He does move quickly when he's backed up against the ropes. Oh, there's a left hand that sneaks in. Both fighters move the way back to the center of the ring, and now O'Connor gets it back, and a good right hand by O'Connor. Follows it with a left, and he's got him wobbled. Desormiers is going to get a standing 8 for this, as he was stung by a left and a right from Ryan O'Connor.
Well, if O'Connor presses the attack, he could very well stop Desormiers, because Desormiers is very fatigued at this point, and we're getting a little wild again with those lunging overhand rights and lefts. He's got to be extremely careful about those overhand rights and lefts, and when he lunges in with them, because O'Connor is a sharp puncher, and straight down the middle you can
he is definitely getting vulnerable, but as you mentioned, he is fighting desperate. He did manage to land a nice right hand in that last exchange. There's a good right from O'Connor, 2 lefts, and he has him up against the ropes again and in trouble. O'Connor now dominating this fight. Certainly the latter portion of the second and all of this third round, he's scored some major blows and has Desormiers stunned at times.
Yeah, Dan, he is walking away with this fight now.
A couple of lefts there from O'Connor. He can play a patient game now. Only got caught with a left from Desormiers. Nice counter punch. I think O'Connor was going to say didn't want to take any chances at this point. He can just run out the clock, and the clock has struck midnight, I believe, on Stephane Desormiers. Ryan O'Connor
It appears to be a very clean victory for Ryan O'Connor, that's for sure.
Well, we're getting to our first decision of the night. The first two fights stopped by the referee, and now we'll get the judges involved in tabulating the results. So you're the first one out on the limb this time around, Ian. Once again, it's a sturdy limb.
Yeah, I think it's a very sturdy one, and I think it's quite obvious that Ryan O'Connor is going to capture this one by a unanimous decision.
He definitely scored the major points in there, and had Desormiers backed up and stunned on a few occasions. Got the knees wobbling, but to Desormiers' credit, he wouldn't back down. He fought good defense, spun away when he got into too much trouble, and went the distance, and could have been a short fight.
That's right, and they both did a commendable job. They both came back after being hurt. I would say they were both periodically stunned a little. They both came back.
Ladies and gentlemen, we have a unanimous decision, mesdames et messieurs, une décision unanime. The winner, le gagnant in the red corner, Ryan O'Connor.
Ryan O'Connor with the unanimous decision from the Beaver Boxing Club in Ottawa. Ryan O'Connor is your winner in the 3-round bout over Stephane Desormiers of the Champion Club in Montreal. Very entertaining third fight, and in just a moment we'll return with more great boxing.